To shut the fuck up when grown folks is talking.
What up, world? It's your boy, Cooley, man.
You got AK the Keith in the building.
And y'all know what it is. It's time to plug them headphones in, put the kids to bed, and let's begin to listen. It's grown-ups talk. Today we're gonna talk about losing weight. That's right, I said it. We're gonna talk about losing weight, fitness in all aspects. Let's go.
What up, world? What's going on with y'all?
Shit, what up, AK?
What's good, Cooley? What's good, boy?
Man, I really can't call it. I'm feeling good. You know, times get rough, but I thrive in these moments.
Nah, facts. That's all we can do, like a phoenix.
Yeah.
We should ride.
Hey, yo, y'all know what part of the show this is. This part of the show is dedicated to you, to our fans, our supporters, our listeners, to everybody fucking with us on Mondays as we drop these audios, and everybody fucking with us on Wednesdays as we drop the visuals.
Facts.
It takes a special type of you to appreciate a special type of us, and we appreciate that.
Most definitely. And you already know the motto. Like, share, and follow. If you didn't do it,
Do it.
Tell a friend and do this shit again.
And y'all stop acting all motherfucking stink.
Right.
If you on Instagram, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, SoundCloud, Libsyn, anywhere where you could put Grown Ups Talk podcast in the motherfucking search engine.
What to do, boy?
I need y'all to hit that motherfucking link.
Fact.
Hey, yo, I need y'all right now to open up your phone, hit up Catch a Vibe 2 on Instagram. Again, Catch a Vibe 2 on Instagram. Shout out to the Queens of Edibles. Again, shout outs to the Queens of Edibles. That's because it's two of them. Yeah, man, I need y'all to hit them up. Put your order in. Catch your vibe while you're listening to us and heading yourself on over to Congress Ave to Lane's Barbershop to see my guy Bart to get your line up right before you go over to 631 Middletown Ave, Middletown Cafe. Y'all already know what it is when you go over there. It's nothing but a grown-up time, nothing but a sexy time, nothing but positive vibes while you catching that vibe. You feel me? Y'all know what it is, man. Shout out to Ski Ball, shout out to June, shout out to Nico, shout out to everybody in 631 Middletown Ave, Middletown Cafe.
Hey.
If you don't know where to go, you best to ask somebody. Let's go, y'all.
Let's get it.
Listen, man,
Yeah, kick it off. All right. I don't know. I guess you want me to.
I just wanted to pay one more bill.
Okay, go ahead. Pay it.
So you see the hat, right? You see the hat, right? All right. So that means it's on and popping. You know what I mean? The merch store, like we told you last week.
Get that merch.
Yes,
immediately.
Man. Immediately.
If you don't have it, you living under a rock. I'm just let you know that right now.
For really, bro.
I'm gonna start calling you Patrick.
Hey, yo, listen, man. Again, man, if you following us on Instagram, if you following us on Facebook, Twitter, you see the link being posted, just hit that motherfucking link. Cop you some merch, man. Support the podcast. Support AK and Cooley. Y'all know what it is, man. Real grown-ups do real grown-up shit. Support us, show that love, and continue to rock with us, y'all. Y'all know what it is, man.
Simple as that, man.
We got it for men, women, kids, pets, accessories, whatever you need. Just hit the link. See what we got. Purchase something and holla at us.
That's it.
All right, now we get started.
All right.
Shit.
So yeah, I guess.
Oh, I want to say, nigga. Go ahead.
I was trying to, conjure my thoughts real quick.
All right.
Cause I feel like we're about to talk about we share different opinions. It just felt like that briefly on the conversation. Not different opinions on the episode, but different opinions on this right here. So
we'll see. We're gonna see.
So basically, it's not so much of a big deal, but it's just the principle, I should say.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? It was a little event and whatnot, and you had Master P and Tyler Perry at the same event and shit, and Tyler Perry had the cameras on him, and he had a chance, where the cameras was on him, and you know, I guess it was a hopeful feeling for Master P that he would, you know, get a shout out once. You know what I mean? I guess a hometown native.
Right.
You know what I mean? Such as
They know each other. They're supposed to be cordial
right.
at least.
Right.
You know what I mean, got some history. They're supposed to be cool.
Right.
You know what I mean, Master P just put out "I Got the Hookup Too," all funded by him.
Exactly.
All his bread, funding it, pay the actors, all of that, so on and so forth.
And yeah, you would think. Well, he would think he would get a type of shout out, and
Yeah, he said he was expecting at least a shout out from
for the you know, I mean, just pay a little homage and shit, and he didn't get it, and it's not that he was just upset, and I mean, you know, defriended him and did anything of the sort, but you can tell it kind of, you know, shed some weight.
Right, yeah.
I should say, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It fucked with him and shit. So, yeah, your opinions, Cooley. Cause I just want to.
Yeah, nah. So, in the interview that we watched the clip of, and I mean, Master P was just basically talking about, like, it was an interview years ago where he was just like, somebody asked him about the whole Tyler Perry thing, his career, and what he thought about the whole Madea thing, and he just said, in his personal opinion, he wouldn't put on a dress. You know what I mean? And be in no movie, no matter what the dollar amount was gonna be, he just couldn't see himself doing it. Right. So when we was talking about it, I was saying, like, I mean, I could see if Tyler Perry ever wanted to give the energy to respond about not shouting out Master P, or at least telling him, yo, I'm proud of you, and while the cameras was on him, like, yo, everybody go check out I Got the Hookup Too, you know what I mean? But all funded by Master P, you know what I mean? All of that, so on and so forth, giving him the big boost, you know what I mean? And a broader audience or a wider spectrum of viewers or whatever.
Basically, the notoriety that
yeah, giving it the stamp that it could use to help boost the numbers a little bit. But I could see if he was to give that energy to respond, where he would be coming from, because if I'm not mistaken, when that interview with Master P took place, where he said he wouldn't wear a dress, it took place along the height of the big height of Madea and all of the movies and plays and stuff going on, and everybody was so flabbergasted with the takeoff of Tyler Perry's career, and everybody know his career took off because of Madea and all of the great, wonderful plays that he put on, and but he was wearing a dress as Madea. So I could see how Tyler Perry could kind of be like, yo, like, when it was your time to shout me out and say, despite him wearing a dress or whatever, you just decided to kind of put the light almost in a negative way, that you would never do that. Like, I was lowering myself by putting on a dress. You know what I mean?
You know,
call it being devil's advocate, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, you gotta see both sides of it.
I can see where your point is made, right? But at the same time, I honestly feel like, you know, Master P is absolutely entitled to his opinion.
100% agree.
Right? So
100% agree.
there's nothing wrong, and it ain't that he discredited Tyler Perry's work.
Right.
He stated a personal opinion about his work. Now, it is something he couldn't see himself doing. Me personally, regardless, right? So I'm pretty sure Tyler Perry couldn't see himself making a no limit video.
Album or video,
right.
or having gold tanks in the background, and
right.
Yeah.
I bet you he can see himself not doing that,
right?
And you know, being in that picture right there. So it's just his opinion. You know what I'm saying? He's entitled to that. And
I'm not against that though. I'm not against that.
And at the same time, and you know, and it was probably in the height of Tyler Perry's career or the peak. I mean, and you know, he was still climbing and probably needed masterpiece notoriety at that point, and or just a shout out from him.
Right.
But I don't think. I mean, we gotta listen to that. We gotta find that interview. But the way it was explained, he just touched up on that particular subject. We don't know what was talked around it about Tyler Perry.
Exactly.
So he could have gave Tyler Perry exactly what he needed, but then said, "Hey, I disagree with that part." Though.
Right. But now, if he didn't, he could have, because Tyler Perry could just be looking at it as, yo, you didn't have to mention the fact that I wore a dress at all. You could have just said, yo, he's doing a phenomenal job right now. Great art that he's putting out. You know what I mean? Doing numbers crazy or whatever. However he wanted to big him up and just not say nothing about the fact that he wore a dress. Now,
so
in this interview that he
I
was,
think it was the interviewer
that probably was poking for that.
Not for that answer, but like putting it, probably asking him a simple question like, "Oh, do you see yourself making movies as
wearing a dress?"
Not even wearing a dress, but like Tyler Perry, comparing him to Tyler Perry.
Okay, yeah, because they both from New Orleans.
Right.
They,
you see yourself jumping in the movie realm, giving the take that you did. I got the hookup one time before.
Right.
You see yourself getting back into movie production. Said so like a Tyler Perry.
Right.
And it's improv. Yeah, I can do that. The only thing I wouldn't do
is wear a dress.
Right.
And then me personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with what Master P was saying. Like, you feel me? He's
But do you think? Not to cut you off.
No, yeah.
Would you wear a dress?
No.
And just for they came to you with a movie script, it was like, yo, we got a banging movie script, bro, and we give you $70 million.
Bro, now here you go throwing these wild numbers.
Right.
First of all,
that's what I'm
you're gonna say 70 million, and I'm gonna say no because I'm gonna say no, but you already know people gonna be like, yeah, I 70 million, you know, that's a 70 million in your life, motherfucker, here he go. Yeah, but no, like, no, I'm not wearing a dress.
That's Tyler Perry money.
Yeah, I get you. Like, if somebody came to me and say, yo, you put on this dress for this role, whatever, or you put on something that I'm just against wearing, period. Like, and it's not, I'm against the person that has chose to do it or the people who choose to do it or whatever the case may be. It's just me personally, I, Cooley Maine, will not do that. Like, no. Can you make me, like, I'll take a couple $100,000 just to be an extra? Like, you feel me? Or can we alter that role and make it?
Can you be a co-star or something?
Yeah, like, I mean, is there another role that you have proposed for me? Like, I mean, me personally, again, I'm not against what was done in his career to get to wherever he is or whoever else has ever done it. But my personal opinion, like, I feel the same way Master P was. Like, I would not do that. That would not be me, but that's me. You feel me?
I know that's way off topic. And
Yeah, no. I mean, I would ask you, but I already know. I'm not ask you. You feel me? But, I ain't gonna put you on spot.
Right. I put you out there to the world.
But Chiefs do as Chiefs do.
Yeah.
Oh
man.
What I was gonna say? Oh, so more the bulk of the reason for what we're talking about this for is because they're two people that along the way they knew each other. Like, I mean, they came up in the same neighborhood, they're from the same area. Like, I mean, they both have seen each other take losses, gains, and whatever, all the way through up to where they are currently in fame. So what we wanted,
Being fortunate.
Right, and fortunate. Like, you feel me? And what we wanted to talk about more so was the fact of along the way, the turbulence that happens along the way of your journey to the fame or fortune or the goal that you're trying to reach. You're gonna have these type of situations, period, where you might not think that you're doing something that's offending somebody else along the way, and then it's you go about assuming that you're gonna get the shout out when it's your time to shine, or just the head nod, or the hey yo, I see what you're doing, whatever, and because of your actions along the way, you know what I mean?
You don't necessarily get that.
Yeah, you don't get what you were expecting. But at the same time, could it be just looked at as shedding the weight? You know what I mean? Like, could Tyler Perry just be looking at it as along the way when he heard that it was life shedding the weight for him of the extra friendship that he would have to carry along the way? You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Or could Master P look at it in the way of, because he didn't, alright, cool. Now I know where I stand, so I just shut it that way, and I ain't gotta worry about it. You know what I mean? Like, cause we all know in the tough times, or in the times that you feel
Right, who's gonna be there? Like
Right.
you see who your real friends are.
right.
And now,
And we're not saying that this is a tough time amongst these two people.
right,
We're just
they
saying
both, yeah, they both.
for
well
the
off.
greater conversation here. Yeah.
Right. So the thing is, but still, in a time of need or a time of, you know, I guess in a sense of security, you would think that your peer, your ally, would be someone to,
yeah. Or remain a friend, or remain an ally.
Right. So when you don't reciprocate that type of energy, I guess, because it is this, you know, it seems genuine on Master P's behalf. I really want to see or hear how Tyler Perry feel about this whole situation, because
I don't think he responded, but if he does,
Right.
I want to hear the response.
it's just how genuine Master P was about the whole occasion, because it wasn't, like I said, it was not, he's not upset. He's still, listen, I got love for the brother, like, know what I mean, like, I respect what he do, all that, like, know what I mean, I wish him all in well, no ill will, no bad energy put towards his way,
Right.
out Master P's mouth. So it's like he's not holding no grudge. I guess that would be like gluttony
Yeah.
in a sense.
Yeah.
The packing it on, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get where you're going at it with. I got you.
Right. So at this point, I don't know. I just don't agree on how the story was put out. I don't agree with Tyler Perry and his motive, or his just how things was played out.
Right.
Hearing it from Master P, but you know, it's always three sides.
Three sides of the story.
Right.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, there's his side, there's Tyler Perry's side, and there's the actual truth. But that's why I said what I was saying about, the Tyler Perry aspect, because if you look at it from his aspect, that's probably how he could have felt if, if
But
Tyler
that would be petty in a sense, and you of all people should be above that.
right. Well, because of what he's putting out there.
Not because of what he's been out there, just because of he's representing who he chose to. You know what I mean? In his faith, you know, holding a grudge, and that's not holy in a sense. That's not. I don't know.
It doesn't go along the lines of his
Right,
religion or his
right.
faith that he practices.
Right.
Right.
You know, you gotta practice what you preach.
Right.
In this sense, and you gotta forgive.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta forgive. Like, know what I mean? So it is just no bad will should be harbored, especially something not so petty as far as the opinion.
So along the way in your travel, like say you're going on your destination, you feel me? And shit get turbulent along the way. And motherfuckers start showing you their true colors, because given the opportunity to give you the shout out, or given the opportunity to shed more positive light on you, and they choose not to, and kind of go for like the the hot take of the interview or whatever, or say some shit that you know is gonna draw some attention. Like, I mean, and it doesn't have to necessarily be in the most positive light. So like him bringing up the dress in that interview.
That's the media fault.
No, yeah, I know. But instead of even giving the opportunity, right? So say I'm going on this destination, this shit getting turbulent or whatever, or it might not even be getting turbulent. Maybe I'm having success going to where I'm going and I'm reaching my destination, but along the way, there's an opportunity for somebody to show me their true colors when maybe the reporter or somebody from the media asks you a question about me and I did something along my travels that you didn't agree with.
Mm-hmm.
And even if they gave you the question, kind of poking to see if you're gonna take the bait, do you take the bait or do you don't? Like, you know what I mean? Do you not take the bait or do you, like, this kind of like, maybe that was the fork in the road for him. Like, you know what I mean? If in that opportunity, you couldn't just take the higher road and say, yo, I'm not even gonna do that and speak on that and just say, yo, despite that and shoot it down and then just talk about the positive. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
Because if a reporter asks you right now, hey yo, Jermaine did or Cooley did this or whatever, and you didn't agree with it, or it's something that you want to have did, but you see that I'm having great success in what I'm doing, like, you feel me? And you have the opportunity to play into what that person, that media is asking you, or divert it into the positive, you know what I mean, success I'm having. You know what I'm saying?
No, I absolutely get what you're saying. And to be honest, right? Now, I understand your question, but with the variables that you got to throw in is the backgrounds of the two individuals. Now, Master P, you know what I mean, he about it. So with that being said, bro, like, evading ain't his thing. Like, it wouldn't be his personality to evade the question, rather than answer something so simple head on.
So take out Master P and take out Tyler Perry and just make it general.
Okay.
Put yourself in that situation.
Okay.
And somebody asks one of your friends or somebody you know growing up that has the opportunity to either further celebrate your success or can take kind of a jab at it. How would you feel if they just kind of took the jab at it instead of just saying diverting it and going to the success?
So again, because we didn't hear the whole interview, so
we're not doing that. The same way you don't cut me that. No.
All right. So listen.
No.
Me personally, I'm gonna do everything in my good grace to give you the credit that you deserve and need. But if it's at the same time, if it's going something that I personally don't agree with that you doing, I can agree to disagree. And I think that's exactly what Master P did. He agreed to disagree. He gave his props, but hey, listen, I won't necessarily do this right here.
Right.
Like, I mean, I will agree to disagree, and if that's considered a jab, then I'm gonna have to lean towards that way because it's not. It wouldn't be him to go against his own self, bro.
To take him out of it. If it was somebody
or me, it wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be saying in general.
Say it was you whose career the question was being asked about, and it was somebody you know that was the Master P in the situation.
So
you was the Tyler Perry.
There's no offense getting brought my way because he didn't necessarily discredit what I do. He just stated it what he won't do.
Okay.
And it never stopped me or won't stop me doing what I'm doing because I can continue doing what I'm doing. The two lanes necessarily wouldn't be in it unless we in the same lane. Unless we're in the same lane and you was doing something so similar. You ain't wearing. Alright, you talking about me? I'm wearing dresses, right?
Oh God, I ain't say all that. I just
No.
said,
In this example, right? I'm the one wearing dresses, and the dude that they interviewing, you, I, and they interview you like, oh yo, I ain't. That's AK the Chief. Nigga, I ain't wearing no dress.
Right.
Like I mean, I ain't knocking him. He do what he do. I support what he do. But me personally, I wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I cannot get upset with how you feel about your opinion about you wearing a dress. Now, if we're in the same business and I'm wearing a dress and you wearing spandex, then yes, this shit's kind of weird. But
I'm with it. Go ahead.
you know what I mean? Get my analogy here. You get me?
I feel. Go ahead, bro.
Then nigga, don't come at me then.
Listen, alright. So what I'm trying to get to, right, with the whole losing weight topic, right, or title, is the fact that in this situation you can be looking at it either way. Like both of these gentlemen could look at, or grown ass men could look at it as, hey yo, fuck it, it's just me losing weight. It's just somebody that I don't have to worry about, or a relationship or friendship that I don't have to uphold if it ain't genuine anyway. You get what I'm saying? So I know that we drug on a little bit with the Master P and Tyler Perry, but just for the sake of the losing weight conversation, like, I mean, it's gonna be turbulent times, it's gonna be rough times where you might feel offended by something somebody didn't mean to offend you by, and then you might turn around and brush them off when it's time to. But can you consider that, or do you see it as a logical thought of, I'm just losing weight in that situation?
It depends. Now, you only shed the weight when it becomes a burden.
Right.
So if it's unnecessary weight, then yeah, I can do without it. You know, the weight is bringing me down, holding me back, slowing me up. Then yeah, I can do without it. And so I get what you're saying. And what if it's intentionally though? Like in your case, it ain't intentionally done in your example.
Okay.
Now, what if it's, not so much, because it's weird to explain. Not so much intentionally, like you ain't do it on purpose, but when shit hit the fan, you just like, fuck it.
I get you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you do then? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that weight right there becomes unbearable. It becomes a burden on your back.
Right. Yeah. But that's what made me think of it, because what if instead of addressing that type of situation or something like that, and taking the energy and the time to address every negative thing that's going on around you, and something happens to show you that to you this doesn't equate to an equal friendship, or you know what I mean, or a healthy a friendship, and you just say, yo, fuck it, I could do without, like, I mean, and just cut it. Like, it just, I don't know, I'm just looking at it that way. Like, maybe both of them could look at it, because even in, I know I'm going back to the Master P.
You going back to this?
Yeah, I know it was supposed to be done with, but it's kind of hard to make my points without bringing that up.
The analogy, right?
So, even in that situation, like, Master P was like, yo, I'm still gonna do what I'm doing. Like, I'm still going forth with the movie. I still put it out. I'm still gonna promote it the way I am, whatever. Like, I mean, and he could just say, yo, fuck it. Without that friendship, I'm still. He literally saying it without even
Both
that.
of them either
Yeah.
could do the same thing.
Right. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the fuck I'm getting at.
Yeah.
But damn, yo, what the fuck? Cause I was trying to
My
bring.
fault.
Nah, it ain't you. I just lost my train of thought. Sometimes it gets so much go through in your brain, like, you know what I mean?
Play it back. I know. I'd have been there.
A couple of times.
Yeah.
But what?
Shout out to that I was giving out. Whether it was Don Julio,
Yo, man, shout out to the down. We gotta get the Don Julio.
We gotta get the Don back.
Man.
You gotta get the Don back.
It's been a minute. It's been too long.
I ain't seen my boy in a minute. So, alright. My thing is this, right?
That was a classic moment. I ain't bad. Yo,
but so what do you do? What do you do in the sense of, you know, you the one stuck your neck out, or matter of fact, yeah, you the one stuck your neck out for a certain individual that you thought you can trust, right? And or friends.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you know, shit come to bite you in the ass. I just said, you know, shit be done not intentionally, but when it gets done, it's like fuck it. Right. So in this sense, what do you do if you stick your neck out and you know, you've been backwards, you help somebody out, and shit hit the fan, you know.
Shit don't work out, it don't come out to be what it was supposed to be.
Right,
so
but
on and so forth.
It ain't on the person that, you know, you doing a favor for. It's everything's totally on you. This is one of them type of favors where I'm doing a favor for you, but it's my life that you live. It's my feet or my shoes that you gotta walk through.
Oh, word.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So like you putting all of your everything on the line for this friend.
Right,
like your livelihood.
Exactly. So and then you would expect the friend to treat that as he would treat his own livelihood.
That's a real friendship.
Right, and you don't get that in return.
Yeah.
You get, I guess, a bunch, and this is all the same. In this case, I guess would be all the same excuse, you know, broken promises and shit like that.
Yeah.
And but at the same time, your downfall. At the same time of your downfall, I guess that friend has a blessing and doesn't necessarily. Maybe I'm dragging this example off too fuck long, but fuck it. This is gonna
play it back.
Right.
We've done it before.
And that friend necessarily, you know,
like they so
forget about you. Like
yeah. So basically, like you stuck your neck out, in this situation, somebody sticks their neck out for their friend and put all of their livelihood online. Shit go bad, your livelihood take a little ding. And they want to come up and just looking back like, I don't give a fuck, and keeping it moving.
Right.
I got you.
Right.
So with that, I mean, it's two things. One thing is, again, you shedding weight because they're showing you the true colors. I mean, they just showing you that they extra pounds that you didn't need in the first place, right?
Facts.
The other thing is, I mean, the karma. Does the karma come back for you in a good way because you were looking out, or do you say, alright, fuck it, because I mean the karma gonna come back on them the way it's gonna come back on them. Like I mean you walk over people trying to do good for you, and you fuck around getting fucked over later on.
Right. In this case, I would say in this case, I wouldn't worry about the next person's karma.
Okay.
You know, I would more so, and if it was me, I wouldn't necessarily, you know, wish no bad karma on the next person or ill will. I just would necessarily not do it for the good karma, for the good karma that may come my way.
Yeah, because like you say, you was just doing a favor for a friend. Like it wasn't the karma coming back my way wasn't the intention. It was
Right.
helping you to fuck out.
But you know, then this is the thing, right? And talking to a friend about something similar.
Okay.
And some similar personal case where something similar took and a friend told me like, yo, you know, you gotta drop that like a bad habit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, put that.
I shouldn't wait.
Right, shouldn't wait.
Yeah.
Right. So you know, being around or being accustomed to someone for such a long time, you grow to love, you know, and be comfortable with someone. So you don't really necessarily you got the weight, I guess, that you happy with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You got the comfort with.
You got a comfort with, right?
Yeah.
And then you got this friend would be, I wouldn't say he would be like a doctor and nothing like that, but it would be
A fitness coach.
not even a fitness coach, but it would be like in an instance, because we can't use it like that in our turn because we niggas. If it was a couple chicks and shit, and the fucking the girl, she see your homegirl, she like, girl, you getting too big, like.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're it's a friendly. Like,
yeah. Just a little
tone it down, like
check.
like, you know, she ain't telling you nothing to hurt you, but at the same time, the shit hurt.
Yeah.
So
Kind of.
That's kind of
take the sheet from over your eyes, like. Yeah.
Right.
But that's the thing, like, because sometimes with the comfort weight or the people who are along to see your journey, they're there just for that. They're only there to see the journey, only to add on the weight, only to be there for the benefit. And
you don't realize it because, like you said, that she's over.
right. Because when you got on a comfort weight and you used to doing the shit you comfortable doing, it don't feel bad until you find out later on that it's actually bad. Like, I mean, the habit that you're building or that comfort zone you're in is actually bad. Like, you know what I mean?
And all right. In this case, in this analogy, I can guess. You know what process I'm in? I'm in a workout, and I'm on a workout stage. No pain, no gain.
Right.
The shit hurt.
Yeah.
But it ain't gonna feel better unless it hurt.
Yeah. Because I mean, as a heavy person, I know that once I shed this weight, you know what I mean? I know what's under this shit. I mean, it's a monster under here. And it's gonna be, you know what I mean, you're gonna be stronger, better, more well tested.
Now, I keep up with these analogies. I know it may feel like, because you know, talking to you, I feel like we talking personally,
right.
So you know, I could keep up with you, you keep up with me,
right?
And I don't really gotta explain to you, and you don't gotta explain to me, because what's understood ain't got to be explained.
Yeah, feel me? Got them motherfucking jewels,
right? You feel me? But it just. You just gotta keep up, you understand?
Yeah.
That's it.
I know somebody out there catching what the fuck. They picking up what we putting down.
Right. I know they say we talk a little fast, but they listen a little faster, they ain't gotta slow down for them to catch up.
Those who matter don't matter, those who matter don't
mind.
matter. Yeah, I'm just saying, man.
That's
I'm
it.
gaining people losing weight like it's worth pounds.
There
Damn.
you go. You feel me?
Yo,
Yeah, man.
Oh man, I can't wait to put up that clip. Yo.
That was funny. Yo, but like, yeah, that shit just it's we can laugh about it, but that shit ain't no laughing matter, bro.
Of course, especially because you still you in the you in the beginning stages of the workout, like you feel me? So I mean you still feeling little aches and little pains that you didn't know you was gonna feel along this journey, like, you feel me? But even when this shit becomes easier as the workout, the reps or whatever the workout is changes up. So the pain is still gonna be there a little bit because of having the comfort for so long.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So and to maintain the trim or keeping your grass cut low or keeping your weight intact, the maintenance of it has to stay there.
Right.
So
Lack.
And from having the comfort up there, keeping up the maintenance, it'll always have a little sting to it. You get what I'm saying? Like, it'll always show a way of where you still got a little bit of that comfort or that soft spot.
Right.
Of that weight to that it just got to be eliminated. You know what I mean? And nobody, I don't think anybody ever gonna be like no comfort weight or no weight on them ever, because at some point some people hide it so much that they along this journey with you and they rah for you only because they quietly reaping the benefits of it.
So, in this instance, in this situation, in this whole segue, this subject we're talking about, do or can we talk about someone who may have shed too much weight or may be anorexic in a sense of what we're talking about? Because too much could be
that isolation.
Right.
Because you can do that. You can fuck around and be quote unquote bulimic. Fuck around and by that meaning don't trust nobody. You not a goddamn soul. I don't fuck with nobody. I don't trust nobody. Family, friends, relationships, all of that shit can disappear, and I'm okay. And for some people, that shit works out. You feel me? Is it healthy? Nah, because everybody needs somebody along the way.
Right.
But you just gotta but those people are usually the people that have been done so dirty
that they can't trust no one.
It can't be done. They just can't do it. And if ever somebody breaks through and helps them not necessarily become the weight or the meat back on their bones, but if they help them sustain, through the rest of the journey, they can't do nothing wrong, bro. You can't do nothing wrong. And it's a tough scenario, because then you don't want to go out to eat. You don't want to go out to eat, meaning you don't want to go socialize and meet new people and do new things, and you just become so secluded, so isolated from society, and you feel like everybody out to get you, that along your journey is me or nobody. I'm not fucking with nothing, not nobody. That type of shit happens, and I understand it, because at one point I was there. Not physically, I know I'm heavy, I don't give a fuck about your comments. Nah, but
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, fat niggas, yeah. Just in general, I've been there to the place where you felt like you can't trust nobody, because you've seen people do other people dirty, and them same people that are doing people dirty, it's like, yo, nah, you can trust me. I never do you like that. Sit at the table, talk shit about everybody. You learn everybody news or what's going on with everybody else because of what they telling you. And I never talk about you. Common sense will tell you, or should tell you, if you're real, you really been through some shit, and we grown ups, you should know if they talking to you about Susie May down the road. When it's time for them to sit down with Susie May, they talking about you. Feel me?
Facts, yeah. And it's a powerful little saying to say, don't tell me you're talking about me.
Tell me why they so comfortable to talk to you about me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you gotta wonder.
Yeah.
You gotta wonder, why they giving you this news? Why they feel like it's okay to give you this news? Because, and all in all, you've been feeding me some type of news, so they feel like they gotta reciprocate. They gotta follow up on the energy. They gotta, you know what I mean? If it wasn't me, it was somebody close to me or somebody close to where they feel like it could be the same. It could be in the same category. I can keep up with you if I give you this news right here about me.
Bro, I seen some people so mischievous or how can I put it? I seen some people cling on to some people, make them feel so comfortable. They've watched them literally lose it all, battle to get everything back, and put themselves in a better position and be the reason why they lose it all again.
A leech.
Oh, bro, you can't. I'm allergic to them motherfuckers. Or I should say they allergic to me, because they can feel it repellent as soon as they come around. Yeah. That type of comfort weight can never latch on. That's crazy though. I mean, they made that person so comfortable or became their comfort weight so good. Like, it's like, for the people that actually work out and actually talk, like, speaking about working out, like, when you are getting down to that last 5 or 10 pounds that you almost fit, but it just won't leave. And no matter how you work out or how you change your diet, you just hit the plateau. Like, they were the plateau weight. Like,
Can't
they
shed it.
could not shed it. But like when you look in the mirror, it's just like, yeah, when I get rid of this, I'm gonna be straight. But or it don't even look that bad. Like, I'm straight. I look better than half the motherfuckers out here, and you feel confident with that on. But this person was that weight for them. Like, you know what I mean? They latched on like that. They was the plateau weight. And literally watch that person shed everything else down to where they were, hit the plateau, watch them build up the muscle, meaning building themselves back up to where they wanted to be and put themselves even in a better position than what they were. And then was the literal reason why they lost it all again.
So just speaking in analogy, right? Just speaking in analogy terms, right? Now that makes perfect sense because physically and actually workout, I mean speaking,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You will see someone that's out of shape, get in shape, shed the weight,
Hit they goal or close to it.
hit they goal, and then reach their peak to where I don't lost what was sloppy or what wasn't was holding me back. That was holding me back, and then I toned it up and turned it into something different. But we spoke about it. It's accountability. So just like you said, no matter how much you work out, that accountability is still gonna be there. And you just fighting the urges.
Right.
So once you get to that plateau,
Yeah.
and you reach your goals, and you actually probably shed that 5 pounds that you did shed. It's because sometimes it's the accountability. I don't think it's the actual weight. It's the accountability because you could shed that weight and get rid of it and end that right back where you was on your own accountability.
Right.
So
because you go back to that comfortable lifestyle.
Right. Exactly.
I hope y'all picking this up.
Exactly. Yeah. Listen, I done put in the work. I know what it's like. I did no pain, no gain. I done gained it.
If I go back there, I could get back to where I'm at right now.
Right.
All of that.
And yeah, I can do this because I'm down. I can eat this snack. I can have this junk right here.
Right.
But you ain't sticking to your regimen.
Right.
Your healthy regimen to keep you fucking focused and keep you going.
Go ahead,
Like,
okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Go ahead,
but
talk to these people, man.
that's all it is. It ain't. It ain't. That's you can't blame the weight for the weight being normal.
Because the weight ain't always the weight, baby. The weight could be the mental. The
Right,
weight could be
it's
in
your mind. Yeah, you hungry, you full.
Right, full in a motherfucker.
But I
just gotta take another bite.
Right. So it ain't the weight fault.
Right.
You gotta clean. You gotta shed this first. Like, I mean, you gotta exercise up here first before you start exercising. Know what I mean? What's around you gotta exercise was internal, bro.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to y'all right now. Yo, bro, talking to me right now. I felt that. Yo, real shit. I ain't gonna lie. That message hit me.
Real shit, bro.
Yeah.
Man, that's just what it is.
The weight, you can't blame the weight for being the weight if you're allowing it to be.
Right.
Does that make sense? Like,
yeah, because you can't get mad at you fat if you still eating. Like,
right. You know why the fuck you fat.
Right. That's it. That's it.
Damn.
But and we not. Hey,
not
again,
literally just.
Because this, yeah.
This shit gonna go over a lot of people fucking.
Right,
like,
bro.
what are they talking about? They talking about friendships. They talking about losing weight.
Right.
They talking about exercise.
Right.
Then they got these philosophies. Then they got,
It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot to process, man.
Yo.
But I guarantee, if you're a real one, you gonna listen to it again.
Yo, I'm telling you, man. You gonna pick these weights up to help get those reps up to shed that comfort, man. Cause that like along the way, I can't stress it enough. Along the way, the lines could be very blurred. Like you usually don't know who is who, even when you reach your goal.
That's it. That's what I'm saying, bro.
You can't really tell sometimes. Like some people are or some relationships or some of that comfort weight is so comfortable, and it make you. It
makes you the bad guy, really.
Right.
It makes you the boogeyman.
Right.
That's
right.
exactly what it does.
Because even though we know that, I mean, if you change or if you control the comfort weight in your brain in the mindset to change the comfort weight in your lifestyle and or on your body, as we gonna call it, as far as your journey, even know that you know that, like, I mean, and you allowing that weight to be there. Damn, fuck, man, I fucked it up. not that I just lost where I was going with it. Oh, I had a point. Oh,
he had a jewel.
Oh man, I'm mad. Cause
you know why? This should be too heavy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? This should be too heavy, bro, and it should slip.
The fucking points on this one.
You know what I'm saying? But I guarantee, no matter if you dropped it or not, this shit splattered and it reached somebody.
Oh, yeah, it reached somebody.
You know what I'm saying?
I know it did.
You know what I'm saying? So somebody got wet.
Yeah, I mean.
Somebody got hit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh man.
Nah, but bro, this shit is so. It's so important.
Right.
It's so important that it's discussed because on a day-to-day basis, and I'm going to speak layman's terms here, and but all in all, this is shedding weight. On a day-to-day basis, you go through so much with your day-to-day friends, your co-workers, your enemies,
mm-hmm.
your competitors, your competition.
Right.
Like, and it's just you versus literally a billion people out in the world. You gotta fend and fight for you. So
right.
The people closest to you and the people that you see more so or you see often, and you would have a cordial conversation with, you would tend to lean on, or they would tend to lean on you. You would expect some type of respect,
mm-hmm.
or reciprocating respect.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm giving it to you, you shall expect it back, right?
Right.
And that's where we get lost at, because I think a lot of people don't have the same motives, so this don't apply to a lot of people. But if you go into something and oh, my intentions is good, there's no bad intentions that I'm giving towards this person, and anything I do for this person and it's genuine.
Right.
You don't expect the opposite. You don't expect the ass to kiss when shit hit the fan. If I stuck my neck out for you and the fucking blade came down and I managed to get my head out in the nick of time, but I still got scraped, you should be there with the Band-Aid,
right.
the peroxide. Right. You should be the one there cleaning my wounds because, nigga, it's for you. I stuck my neck out for you.
Right.
So, at least you can do is be there to carry you back home.
Yeah. Yeah. And the wild shit about it is, it don't just have to be a friend. It could be the motherfucker you laying up with. It could be, who birthed you. It could be your brother. It could be
that's what I said. It's you versus billions, bro. Because
right.
It's everybody in the world versus, and it's just up to you who you trust and who you get comfortable with.
Right.
Realize the energy, and let me just say this, right? And I got to, because prior to doing this podcast, me and you was talking, but I meant to say it to you earlier in our private conversation.
Yeah.
Whereas though the universe been talking to me, bro. So you know, me being hard headed and not paying attention in the past and getting bit in the ass. You know what I'm saying? The bars just drop.
Yeah.
They just fall. But
God.
me doing what I did to ignore the signs in the past and shit, and coming out with the outcome I came out with, and pretty much learned my lesson, getting burnt, put my hand in the fire and getting burnt. I've learned to pay attention to what the universe is telling me. Now, quick example, right? And this may not even apply to nothing in my future, but I'm gonna tell you, me personally, I just took this as a
sign.
As a sign, right?
I got you.
So boom, personal. Having a conversation with my grandmother yesterday.
Yeah.
And we reminiscing. We talking about everything, right?
Right.
And she's talking about an incident that transpired with my grandfather and my father, right? So let's just say the incident involved knives. With that being said, my grandfather loved knives. And passed it down to his son, which is my uncle.
Yeah.
My uncle got into some shit and that he had a knife and whatnot. And the thing that was said was,
don't play with knives?
No.
I'm fucking with you. Go ahead.
The thing that was said, it was more so like, you take a lot after your grandfather and your uncle, right? And this is all in general in the same conversation. Like, you take a lot after them or whatever, but jokingly we got them stories out. Excuse me, we got them stories out about the knives and about how they got in trouble. Me getting ready for the podcast today, I'm scrambling across my room. The first thing I see prior to me getting, you know how you do the last check, phone, keys. You gotta run it. Right. You do your last check and shit, make sure you got everything. I'm doing that last check. I look down, I see the knife. So the universe telling me, don't pick up that knife. But my instincts is telling me, hey, don't forget your knife. Yeah, nigga, because we won't catch me slipping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta keep a Dundee on you, huh?
Something.
Yeah.
But today, not today.
Right.
I didn't grab it, and hopefully I'm gonna make it home safe and without no motherfucking incidents, nothing going on. But it's just, who's to say what the fuck would have happened if I would have brought that knife?
Yeah.
And it's just little shit like that, and that I'm paying attention to, bro. The universe is telling me.
But we always, like, outside of us, our circle, it was always a thing when we was growing up. Even when we was out here doing the wildest shit, we was out here bugging the fuck out, right? New weight will come along, and the universe will shed that shit for us. Like, our metabolism was chew them up, spit them out. Like, you feel me?
Right.
And they would go on to do some wild shit, get into some wild shit. Like, I mean, shit like that. Like, the universe will, bring us in to give us a glimpse of what it could be outside of this circle. You know what I mean? Like, and no matter what kind of wild shit we was doing along the way, somehow, some way, we always ended up okay. So the universe will always give us the signs or shed the weight for us. Like I said, we kept our metabolism. It was up. It was always speedy. It was always chew them up, spit them out. Sometimes the metabolism don't get it all out. You know what I mean? Sometimes it don't. And not just us per se, but just in general. Like, I mean, sometimes it just don't. Sometimes the universe gave you the signs along the way. You know what I mean? To show you, boom, don't do that with this person. Boom, don't put yourself around there.
So,
And bada bing, it just happened one time. Just had to.
now, right.
You know what I mean? Like you say, you had to touch the fire to get burnt one time.
So, you ever had, back to the metaphors, you ever had an instance where you seen one of your partners and shit doing good, gluttonizing, like,
Yeah.
or all right,
Just a hell of a manipulator.
not. In a way, you can say that, but they is successful with their obesity, bro.
Okay, I got you. You said back to analogies. I got you.
Like, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're successful with their obesity, so much so that you want to gluttonize.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Like it's not taking a toll on them, and they
make this shit look appetizing to you, like
right. You're making a fat boy look athletic,
yeah,
type thing. Like, I mean, they finessing layups.
Yeah, yep.
But it's just gluttonized. Like, and you're like, damn, I could do some niggas dirty.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've been around it. I'm like, damn, is that easy? Jesus.
Right. Like, so I guess I say that to say, the peer pressure come around, or I guess that's the universe talking to you, because you are the company that you keep, right?
Okay.
And I think that's the process of shedding weight. So once you shed the weight, that's not your company.
Right.
So that's not who you are.
Check AK out bringing this motherfucker around. You feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that's the whole point of what I said earlier. Like, I mean, I know under here, and I'm working on like actually shedding weight, like actually working out. But I know under here, there's a beast willing or waiting to become. You know what I mean?
Right.
Out here, just unleash them, like, you feel me? And I gotta shed this weight. Even in the friendships or in the situationships that people are in, they don't know that once you shed that weight, like, I mean, is there. Like, there's something under you or something under all of that weight that's waiting to be to come out.
You feel better.
And with that, as that weight goes away, your lifestyle should be changing, or your surroundings, your atmosphere, your energy,
Your diet.
Your diet.
Analogies. You're gonna keep it there.
Yeah.
Now I just really hope, because it was some hell of a Jews dropping this in this episode right here. And I just really hope the people is keeping up, like, because we can't expect everyone to be on the same level.
Yeah.
But like I said, if it was really real, you gonna listen to it again.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, if you got lost, really go back, replay this shit, and listen to it and re-listen.
Give it a serious listen.
Give it a serious listen. I know we be on the bullshit, but yeah, give this a serious listen, and then at the same time, if you listen to it twice and you still don't get it, listen to it the third time. No, seriously, because this is overhead. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's overhead.
It's a lot of overhead.
And we didn't intentionally mean for it to be, overhead, but yeah, what's understood gotta be explained.
Yeah. I was
Just simple as
just
that.
trying to figure out why you explain it.
Right. I just
Shed
gotta
the weight though.
Right. That's it. I'm just thought about it like, yo, I'm just,
Yeah.
giving them too much.
Right.
But yeah, man, if you don't understand it the third time, listen to it the fourth time.
Yo, I'm telling you, sit down with a friend and listen to it with them. Like, yo, listen to this shit they talk about.
Build on this right here.
Right, yo.
And maybe that friend you sit down with is the one that's your fucking weight. So yeah, sit down with a fucking friend.
Maybe this could be the episode that you help them realize that, hey yo, I'm on a diet right now.
I need to fast.
And I need a fast. God damn, I'm in ketosis.
You feel
You know about it.
Nigga. You feel me?
Yo, I'm
Listen.
in ketosis right now. I'm fasting.
Listen,
You know what I
man.
mean? I'm out here getting my reps up. It's cardio time around here.
But absolutely, one point though I do want to make again is, you know, before you start to analogy,
Analyze again?
I don't know, I'm not sure the word, but listen.
That motherfucker.
Right.
At that motherfucking time.
If you want to use, if I still want to use analogy, right? And you want to shed weight, make sure that you're on a proper diet, and make sure that you
Start with the mental.
you dietize your mind first.
Yes. Detox.
Detox your mind. There
Yes.
you go. Detox your mind. So
Detox your mind.
because you only can go as far as you're willing to go, I guess,
Right.
mentally.
Right. Right.
So
And you gotta understand this too. That that comfort zone isn't gonna make you see or isn't gonna help you reach your true potential. You gotta bust through your comfort zone to reach the goal that you want to get. Cause you never know what limits or what boundaries you have until you test the motherfuckers that ain't know.
right, you know what I need to do, and what I'm starting to do. See, I'm working out so much, and this is an analogy. I'm working out so much that the fuck that's gonna become my comfort zone. The work on will become my comfort zone. So
That's how you know.
my condition is gonna be conditioned. You know what I'm saying? I gotta unlearn everything I taught myself
Right, all the bad habits.
and teach myself
the healthy habits.
Exactly.
Right. You gotta change your lifestyle.
Yeah, and that goes for you, and it's everybody because you can be the most successful person in this world. There's still gonna be manipulating bad energy around you. And matter of fact, the most successful people probably got the most manipulating leeches and bad energy around them.
Yeah.
So, and I think, you know, that's what keeps them successful, that the fact that they done train their mind to stay away from the bad habits.
Yeah. Listen, man, you gotta cycle your carbs. You feel me?
That's
You
it.
gotta cycle your carbs. You gotta eat your proteins at the right times. You gotta, you gotta do all of that. What the fuck we really saying is, you know what I mean? For those who have not been keeping up, this part of the episode is for you.
Right.
This is what we need you to take away from this episode, right? What we need you to take away from this episode is you have to be aware of who is adding unnecessary weight to your life, who is more toxic than helpful to your life. It's ultimately up to you who you decide to give the second, the third, fourth, fifth, 10th, 100th shot to prove themselves to you that they not toxic, or they not comfort weight, or they not hindering you and holding you back from what you are trying to accomplish. It's ultimately up to you for that. But understand that you have to keep it healthy. You have to understand or keep your eyes on the prize and always analyze what you have going on around you. Everybody ain't for you. You ain't for everybody. You feel me? And if they show you who they are, you gotta believe them, man. You ain't got to reconvince yourself because they already showed you who they is. You just gotta cut the ties, shed the weight, pick up some pounds in a good way. You feel me? Again, man, Do what you gotta do to make your life more healthy as far as establishing healthy relationships. That's what this whole episode was about. This whole episode was about just analyzing your surroundings, knowing who's toxic, who's extra weight to your life, and who's holding you back, and knowing when, how, and why you should get rid of it. You feel me? Detox your life. I am Cooley Main. You can find me anywhere under the name of Cooley Main. If you can't find me there, you can find me anywhere under Grown Ups Talk.
Facts. You already know the motto. Like, share, and follow. If you didn't do it, do it. Tell a friend to do that shit again. I want to give a special shout out to my boy Blaze, you know what I'm saying? 450 Forest Road, West Haven, Connecticut, All-Star lineup. Go there where you can get your All-Star lined up. You know what I'm saying? You can find me anywhere on Grown Ups Talk. If you can't find me there, you can definitely find me on anywhere Grown Ups Talk. This is AK the Chief, signing out, checking off, holla.
Yeah, you already know the motto. Like, share, and follow.
That's it.
Again, detox your life. And while you're doing it, cop some Grown Ups Talk merch, you dig?